two or three occasions now you've mentioned education, and it's very clear that you recognise the integrity of the British education offering. As Britjam in Indonesia, it has always been a concern of ours the extent to which Indonesia has been closed to international influence in the field of education for one sector in particular. And of course the younger people, they look at neighbours, Malaysia, Singapore, to a lesser extent maybe Thailand, where there is a lot of exposure to the British brands in those places, and perhaps they're several steps ahead in certain regards. KADIN as a lobbying body of government, what is the level of conviction to try to break down these barriers to international exposure that will give the UK an opportunity to share in the development of the youth of Indonesia?
I think a pretty big one, because for example, just I think a month ago, somebody came to me and said that I cannot name, but it's an old established boarding school out of UK, who says that, hey, we open up in Thailand and we're about to open in India. Can we do in Indonesia? So I asked the person who asked me, have you done your research about Indonesia? Because some people complain about the rules and regulations. I said, no, I've done the research. And it is something that's normal in the beginning, but we believe in President Jokowi's commitment to focus on human capital, more infrastructure and bureaucratic reform. So we think the rules and regulation will trickle down in the next term of President Jokowi. I certainly feel so, because there is no way you can produce more qualified people unless you do some quote-unquote healthy disruptions, right? And even you would send, or I would send kids to go to where you have the best professors, teachers, instructors, because that's how you learn. You get exposed to bigger things when you are being taught by world-class teachers. So I think Indonesia will be very serious about it. We need later on, more engineers, we need more doctors than we have produced today. I think in all those things we talk about, we at least have to multiply 8 to 10 times in terms of engineers, doctors, and many other things, right? Because it's not going to happen by itself, right? It's not going to happen with the same system, right? But again, UK can play a lot of role in this, vice versa. And the beauty of it also, in UK education, the university is 3 years, master's 1 year. Some people see that as a benefit because, a lot of times it's a matter of cost as well, right? So if you can combine between that and coming to Indonesia, I think there's a lot of opportunities to pursue together.
I think it's an aspiration of many parents that they don't have to send their children to Malaysia or to Singapore or to Australia or to the UK. Actually, it can be done while still retaining the family unit here in Indonesia.
Exactly, and hey, because you can imagine, it's good to be able to get some international exposure, but it's also good to know what's going on in the country when the GDP is planning to grow like 3 times in like 15 years, right? So you don't want to lose sight of that too, right? And so this is something that you can explore seriously, I think, in the next 5 years.
So I think we could close the loop on that you are quite convinced that President Jokowi's commitment is very serious in this term, and as an institution, KADIN is very, very committed to supporting his drive in terms of human capital improvement.
I think so. I think human capital help to make sure that Indonesia is not only a good trade partner, but quote-unquote industrialization partner. Very important. Because industrialization is easy to talk about it. It's easy to have the building blocks to get there, but to put that together is not easy. and then you need some expertise, and you can learn that. The other way is, of course, to do trial and error, but not at the expense of 265 million people and half of them pretty young. That's pretty dangerous, and it's a waste of time and money. So